Think of a friend we haven't heard from in 3 years, and 3 minutes later the phone rings, and it's them. We're accessing this field. So it's like there's all this information we're constantly immersed with and accessing, and yet people who are psychics, people who are geniuses, people who are healers, all they're really doing is accessing a little more up here, a little more down there, and not second guessing the information, just acting on it and living it. So, what if our brains are our hardware? What if our DNA is our software? And what if the research of independent, respected, highly respected scientists around the globe is accurate? That we are somehow, through the reconnection, through reconnective healing, dramatically, for the first time in a way never before seen, restructuring or reconnecting DNA strands beyond the basic 2-strand concept into a potential 12-strand system. And what we're doing, really, when you learn how to do this work, is you are facilitating human software upgrades, which means more comprehensive access to our ability to think and receive and understand, comprehend what's within the brain, more so, better access to that multidimensional internet field out there. Somewhere, as we become more aware of that field, then what does that mean? Well, our consciousness is more on that field. We are our consciousness, which means we are now on the precipice right here, becoming clearly, demonstrably, more multidimensional beings. I said that many people access this through one of 2 ways earlier in the interview. The first way that people like to access it is through reconnective healing. This showed up in the form of dramatic healings. You can look at the new film release called The Living Matrix. You can go to thelivingmatrix.tv or find it there. I think it's going to be released in Dutch soon. I know it's being released in Germany and in other countries. And you'll find that the opening story is a 5-year-old child who all of his life had cerebral palsy. He was unable to speak in a way that anyone could understand him except his mother maybe sort of would translate what he was saying for his family. He was unable to walk without holding on to an adult or furniture. He couldn't go up and down stairs by himself unless he would crawl or sit and push. He was unable to open his hand all of his life. Couldn't even hold a glass of water or a pen, couldn't hug his family, and his feet couldn't touch the ground. He had to stand on his toes. He was scheduled for surgery just to see if they get the heels down, and he had metal braces on his legs. He had a 4-minute session. I wasn't trying to do a 4-minute healing session. They brought him up to me after a presentation, and the family didn't believe in this work, but some friends of theirs, carried the child up and said, "Would you work?" And the family reluctantly said, "Yes, please try it." And in 4 minutes, the event, it was in Greece, it was a small Colosseum location. It was after my presentation, so in 4 minutes after we started, they told us we had to leave. They had to shut off the lights. The child got off the table for the first time in his life, walked down the steps from the stage, and ascended the entire staircase of the Colosseum by himself. He came back down. His parents were shocked. They ran over as they didn't know. They couldn't put together in their brain what they just saw. They were just shocked and sort of, I don't know, maybe even frightened. So they ran over to get him to. It would look as if they wanted to save him from something, I don't know what. And he saw them coming and he said, "No, I'm going to do it again." And he ran up the stairs a second time and back down. A few days later, they brought him down to see me when I was teaching in Athens. He was able to spin in a complete circle while standing on one leg, open and close his hands clearly, and speak clearly for the first time in his life, everyone could understand him. The healing happened in 4 minutes. The truth is, the healing happened like this. If they told us they had to turn off the lights in 30 seconds, the healing would have happened. And that child is, to this day, healthy and functioning well. What is happening that allows for tissue to change instantly? We don't know. But this is an exciting story. It's exciting for the woman to regain the use of her hands. It's exciting for that child to be able to run and play normally. It's exciting because we as human beings are drawn by the concept of physical healings. It crosses all cultural borders, religious borders. Everyone's fascinated by the idea of healings. I believe this is the reason that reconnective healing or the reconnection showed up in the form of physical healings, to attract everyone's attention. But yet it's so much more. It's about our human evolution. It's about our transformation and becoming more multidimensional beings. And as we do that, as we exist on this more multidimensional field, we more fully get to live our expression here in human form. And so naturally, our tissue regenerates more readily, and we are healthier in the physical structure. So it showed up this way because it would attract human beings. They were excited about this. Really, because we didn't know enough at that time to be excited if someone had just put up a sign that said, "Come get your DNA reconnected here."
It's amazing. How about I don't want to speak about religion because but how's religion looking at it?
How does religion look at something as like, you're asking a question as if religion is one thing. I mean, within each religion there are 373 different ways of looking at things. Everyone says that there's just one Bible, and yet there are 26 translations, and everyone disagrees of which one it is. So how are you going to ask? This is not about religion. It's about spirituality. And the truth is, religion was supposed to be about spirituality. To me, religion is spirituality with politics, of a sense. Our various religions are like windows looking out into the spirituality of the universe. What's spirituality? Spirituality to me is something causes trees to grow up and tree roots to grow down. Children to be born with 2 eyes and 1 nose. This is spirituality. This is what this work is about. Our religions are windows or perspectives onto that. If you look out one window all of your life, you decide that that is what the world of the universe looks like. If you're here and you look out this window every day, the universe will look like a parking lot because there are the parked cars. Your universe is always changing. Why? Because different cars are coming in and different are leaving, but it still looks like a parking lot. Now someone else looks out another window and they see an ocean or a mountain, and they're going to say, the universe is an ocean, the universe is a mountain. If we look out multiple windows, then we'll start to see, well, the universe includes a parking lot, an ocean, and a mountain. We look out another window and we'll see a different scene. What's funny is that the different religions are arguing over whose window is right. But it's an argument no one can win. Because nobody's window is wrong. Everyone's window is right. Everyone's window is right. It's just that the window frame creates the limitation. What we have to learn to do is to walk outside or climb up on the roof. And then we're freed from the limitation of the window frames and we can see the panoramic view. The funny thing is, it's very similar to that.